It's only about preparation, and you just don't prepare for a World Cup. You just don't prepare for an Olympic game. You prepare every day. So you master that art of performance under pressure. You just don't look at Olympic games as a pressure, and I'm sure Abhinav will agree with me. You don't look at World Cup as a pressure. Performing under pressure is a habit over a period of time. So when you play your first test match, when you play the 5th test match, you have to realize that once you put your feet into this world of performance, you have to keep doing it all the time. It does not matter what you did last year. It does not matter what you did 4 games ago. What matters is now. And I think it's a practice which you put in, and once you keep doing it, it's like when you give your exams, board exams, you don't study 3 months before the exams. You study for the whole year. So there's an evenness in preparation. You don't panic when it comes under pressure, and that is the most important thing. Under pressure, you don't panic, and that will only come when you keep doing it over a period of 1 year, 2 years, and make it a part of your system. Playing fast bowlers, or when you play a McGrath or a Lee or a Shoaib or a Dale Steyn, you just don't practice playing fast bowling 6 days before the series. You do that from 3 years, so that it becomes a part of your system, and it's how your mind reacts, Boria. It's how your mind reacts when you see different things, and that happens only with preparation. You keep putting your mind through the same rigorous discipline day in, day out. It will react exactly the same way under pressure. So there's no rocket science to it. It's about waking up, performing, and making sure that you switch off also. It's not just remaining switched on all the time, because you get mentally tired, you will get physically tired, and when it comes to the big stage, you will not have that fight, that determination and the mental strength to guts it out for 6 hours or another hour or half an hour. So it's a process which you go through for your entire cricketing career to be the best in the world, or your entire shooting career, entire sports career. You keep doing it so that it becomes a part of your system. Greatness doesn't happen overnight. Greatness doesn't happen in one tournament. Greatness happens over a period of 20 years. And that's why I never compare young athletes to greats. You can't say he's like a Tendulkar. You can't say he's a future Dhoni. You can't say he's a future Abhinav Bindra. They've taken 20 years to be that.
Correct.
And you have to give them that. It's unfair on them because you put pressure on them. Let them play, let them go and express themselves, and then you judge after 20 years how good they are. No, you have to win. There's no second option to it, because it's a world of performance. In cricket, 11 players out of the millions or the lakhs of people who play domestic cricket in India, and you have to keep performing. If you don't perform, you will lose your place to someone else. That's the rule of life. So whether you like it or you don't like it, you have to find ways to win. As you said, ethics and ethos is very important. That's part and parcel of life and part and parcel of sport. You cannot take that away. But amidst all that, amidst all the ethos and amidst all the, whatever way you look at it is there, you still have to win, because it's a world of performance. You do business to make profits. You play any sport. You play any sport. The pressure on cricketers and football players or shooters or tennis players is unreal, because that's the way the world it is. You only recognize the best and recognize the one which wins. So I don't see a problem with that. And a winning mentality is important. It makes you determined. It makes you focused. You will not win all the time, but at least if you win the majority of the time you perform or you participate, you've done a job. So it's not just about participating anymore. If you think about participating only, then you will have to be happy and content with the effects which just participation has. But if you want to get the best, if you want to be treated as the best, if you want to be treated as a champion, you have to win. Look in tennis. You look at Federer, you look at Nadal, you look at Sampras, you look at a Navratilova or a Steffi Graf or many other names who wins at the international level. Why are they recognized all around the world? Because they win. And it's same in sport. Whether it's a Kohli, whether it's a Sharma, whether it's a Tendulkar, people love them, people recognize them, people call them as champions, because they win cricket matches, because they get hundreds. And that's the reality of sport. There's no place for losers in sport. Yes, you'll have people to tap at your back and say, you tried your best, never mind, next time it happens. But ultimately, deep down, you'll know that it's different when you don't win. And winning is everything. At the international level, it's all about pressure. When you get there, you have the talent, you're blessed with the ability to perform at that stage, but the ones which are more successful than the other are the ones who adjust to pressure and situations more than the non-successful ones. And I say that to every young individual who starts playing cricket. I said, you practice for 3 hours. Virat Kohli practices for 3 hours, or a Yashasvi Jaiswal practices for 3 hours. But what is it that makes him different from you? Yes, he's obviously blessed a little bit of more ability than what you have, a bit more skill than what you have, but he adjusts to pressure differently. When you walk in front of 100,000 people, and in a T20 format, you have to consistently hit the stands or find ways to clear the field. It's what you do with your mind that's important. And for me, it's not just sport. Life is about how you look at it mentally. Your body, the physical aspect take over after that, but it's the way you look at things. Either you look at it as a pressure, or you look at it as an opportunity. When you get selected and you're asked to bat at number 3 or number 4 in tough conditions on green pitches, with the ball's doing a bit, you have to handle the best fast bowlers in the world. It's the way you look at it. Either you think, oh God, I'm pushed in at number 3, or you think, oh, I'm in at number 3 to get 100. So that's the way you look at it. And for me, life is also that way. Everything of life depends on how you look at it. So I think pressure is good. Pressure is something which you need. Pressure is something which you have to find a solution to, and it's not difficult. You keep putting yourself under pressure every day. Keep putting yourself under pressure every day. You will get used to it, and you will start enjoying pressure and performing under pressure. You look at Abhinav Bindra. In rifle shooting, the margin of error is so minimal. And you have to keep hitting that spot every time. So imagine his mindset. So he converts pressure into confidence that I will do it. It's a magical thing when you see a red ball coming out of the hand. It's either you have the confidence to hit it, or you feel I will not be able to hit it. That makes a player, that breaks a player. So it's everything up in the mind, and it's everything how you deal with things.